The world is on the brink of a dramatic shift, and the question on everyone's mind is, who will emerge as the next superpower? Is it the economic giant China, the rising force of India, or perhaps the ever-dominant United States? In this analysis, we'll explore the key players vying for global supremacy and what it takes to become a true superpower in the 21st century. From military strength and technological innovation to geopolitical strategies and economic power, this is the future of global dominance. Stick around to discover which nations have the potential to shape the world of tomorrow. Let's know who will be the superpower of the future. If you are new on this channel, then subscribe and don't forget to like this video because like target on this video is 10,000. 1. China, the rising superpower. China's rapid rise over the past few decades has made it one of the most prominent contenders for superpower status. Its rise has been powered by significant economic growth, becoming the world's second largest economy after the United States. China's focus on infrastructure development, technological advancement, and military modernization gives it a strong competitive edge. The Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, a global infrastructure development and investment strategy, has expanded China's influence in Asia, Africa, and Europe, helping it become a central player in global trade and diplomacy. Moreover, China is investing heavily in cutting-edge technologies, including artificial intelligence, AI, renewable energy, and space exploration. By 2030, China is expected to become a global leader in AI, thanks to massive state investment and research initiatives. Its technological ambitions, coupled with its large, growing population and technological prowess, position China as a potential superpower of the future. Additionally, China's military modernization efforts are aimed at making it a formidable force capable of projecting power far beyond its borders. However, challenges such as demographic shifts, political stability, and maintaining its rapid growth rate amid rising competition may temper China's superpower ambitions. Geopolitical tensions, particularly in the South China Sea and Taiwan, also pose significant risks to China's path towards superpower status. 2. India, the emerging giant. India is a strong contender for future superpower status, thanks to its massive population, young workforce, and rapidly growing economy. By 2030, India is projected to overtake China as the world's most populous country, which could provide it with a demographic advantage in terms of labor force and market size. India is also expected to become the world's third largest economy by 2050, driven by a rising middle class, digital transformation, and growing sectors such as technology, manufacturing, and services. India's geopolitical importance is also growing, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region, which is becoming a new center of global economic activity. India's strategic location allows it to be an influential player in both regional and global affairs. The country is increasingly playing an active role in organizations like the United Nations, the G20, and the Quad, a strategic partnership with the United States, Japan, and Australia. India's technological sector is booming, with companies like Infosys, Tata Consultancy Services, and Wipro leading the global IT and software services markets. India is also investing heavily in space exploration, renewable energy, and defense modernization, all of which are essential for enhancing its international standing. However, India faces several challenges, including poverty, inequality, political fragmentation, and regional tensions, particularly with neighboring countries like Pakistan and China. How India manages its internal challenges will play a critical role in its rise as a superpower. 3. United States, the enduring power. The United States remains a dominant global power and is likely to retain significant influence for the foreseeable future. Despite challenges posed by rising competition from China and other nations, the U.S. retains several advantages that will continue to sustain its superpower status. The U.S. has the world's largest economy, a highly advanced military, and technological superiority, particularly in fields like AI, biotechnology, and space exploration. The U.S. also maintains a significant cultural and soft power influence through its media, entertainment, and universities, which help shape global perceptions. The U.S. military is unmatched in terms of its global reach, with bases and assets deployed across the world. Furthermore, its leadership in international institutions such as the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and NATO gives it substantial influence in global affairs. The U.S. is also home to some of the world's largest tech companies, including Apple, Google, and Microsoft, which have a profound impact on global technology and innovation. However, the U.S. faces challenges, including political polarization, an aging population, and economic inequality. Additionally, the U.S. must navigate the rising influence of China and other emerging economies while maintaining its alliances and addressing issues like climate change and cybersecurity. If it can adapt to the changing global landscape, the U.S. will likely remain a key player on the world stage. 4. European Union, a collective power. While the European Union, EU, is not a single country, it is a significant global entity that may grow in influence in the coming decades. The EU represents a collective of some of the world's most developed economies, including Germany, France, and the United Kingdom. Though the UK left the EU, it remains an important European power. The EU has considerable economic and political clout, accounting for a large portion of global trade and investment. It also wields significant influence in international diplomacy and governance, advocating for multilateralism, human rights, and environmental sustainability. The EU's emphasis on innovation, green energy, and digital technology could drive its rise as a global superpower. European countries are investing heavily in renewable energy technologies, making the EU a leader in the fight against climate change. The EU is also expanding its technological capabilities, particularly in AI and quantum computing, and seeks to become a global leader in digital sovereignty by reducing its dependence on the US and China in areas like data privacy and cybersecurity. However, the EU faces internal challenges, including political fragmentation, economic inequality among member states, and the need for greater defense cooperation. Additionally, the rise of nationalism and Euroscepticism in some member states threatens the unity of the Union. If the EU can overcome these challenges and strengthen its geopolitical influence, it could emerge as a superpower in its own right, acting as a counterbalance to the US and China. 5. Russia, a regional power with global ambitions. Russia's position as a future superpower is more uncertain compared to the others, but it remains a key player in global geopolitics. With its vast natural resources, including energy reserves, and a strong military presence, particularly in nuclear weapons, Russia has significant leverage on the world stage. It has demonstrated its influence in conflicts like the Syrian civil war and the ongoing tensions with Ukraine, highlighting its ability to project power regionally. Russia is also making advancements in space exploration, cybersecurity, and AI, though it lags behind China and the US in technological innovation. The country's strategic position, spanning Europe and Asia, gives it a unique role in global geopolitics. However, Russia faces several internal challenges, including an aging population, economic stagnation, and political instability. Its strained relationships with the West, particularly following sanctions and the annexation of Crimea, may hinder its ability to assert itself as a future superpower. Conclusion: a multipolar future. In conclusion, The future of global superpowers is likely to be multipolar, with multiple countries and regions vying for influence and power. China and India are the most prominent emerging superpowers, with both economies and technologies set to grow substantially. The U.S. is expected to retain a leading role, although it will need to adapt to new global dynamics. The EU has the potential to become a more unified power, leveraging its economic strength and technological advancements. Russia will continue to play a significant role but faces challenges that limit its prospects. The future of global power will depend on how these countries navigate challenges like technological change, climate change, political stability, and international cooperation. The next few decades will shape which nations rise to superpower status and how the global order evolves.